Before we get out of here, I do want to mention. I hate to end the show on a downer, but it bears mentioning that in the belt community, you know, everything that I've done in wrestling has come from my hobby of being a wrestling belt collector. And one of the collectors that I've known for over 25 years from the back in the Yahoo Club days, Duane Alford. Duane probably had the greatest wrestling belt collection that you would never see because he didn't post. I mean, he wasn't real public with it. I've known him from the bulletin boards. We shared a hotel room in 2005 in Tampa, Florida for Wrestle Reunion because I knew I'd get to see all of his belts. I mean, he brought a bunch of them. I want to say this as the as it Dwayne was quirky, but he was, and I'm going to explain him. He was the Sheldon Cooper of wrestling belt collectors. He probably knew more about them, and sometimes he told you things that you didn't want to know. I got a funny story. We met Sabu. I had a belt that some friends of mine gave me. It was just a trinket belt. It wasn't that great. It was just it was the old United States belt like the Sheik had. We were walking back to our room and Sabu was coming up the hall and Sabu saw the belt, came over and wanted to see it, started telling us stories about his uncle. And he said something about the belt and Dwayne couldn't help it because like Sheldon Cooper, he had to correct him. And then Sabu said, "Whoa, you're trying to school me." And then he left. And I didn't get, but it's a funny story that's how, like, Dwayne, if the Missouri championship was originally a 7 plater, he had one that was 7 plates. Then he had another one that was 3 plates. He had all, I mean, very variation of every belt. He was that kind of detailed a collection at a time that people didn't do that. But he was our friend and we interacted with him daily on the bulletin boards and he lost his battle with cancer this weekend, leaving behind his he married his wife a couple years ago, but they'd already been together 27 years when they decided to get married. And he leaves behind a 14-year-old daughter, and but he lost his battle with cancer, and we want to tell thoughts and prayers for his family, and rest well, sir. And I did find out that he's going to be buried with his NWA Dome Globe belt. It was his prized possession, autographed by so many champions, and his wife said that he will be buried with that belt.